Let's see how to use the int, float and round functions in Python. First we'll see the int function, in which I'll take an example of a variable x which is equal to 7.5. I can see the data type of x by writing x, type of x, let's say float. So, but now if I do int of x, it will print 7. So it has converted 7.5 to 7, which means it has converted decimal value into integer value, which basically sums up what the int function does. It converts a specified value into an integer number. There are two parts in a int function: value and base. Value is the number or or string or anything that you want to convert to integer number, and base is the number format. Default value is base 10. Suppose I have I have a variable s is equal to 45. I've written as a string. Now if I want to see the type of s, write type of s, and it says string. If I want to convert it to int, all I have to do is int brackets and then s, and it has converted the string to number. Only s will be a string. As you can see, it's written with a quotation mark, and when you're writing it as an int s, we convert it to a number, integer number. Next we see the float function. So suppose you have an integer value x is equal to 4. The type of this type of this variable will be integer. Now if I write float x, so it changes the value to a decimal value. This is especially good when you want to show precision in your value. So suppose I have 7.9. I want to print 7.99. I can't do this in int, but I can do this in float. So if suppose I write x is equal to 7.99, the type of x will be float. And if I print x, 7.99. So the float function basically converts a specified value into a floating point number. So any value x is equal to float. Suppose I have a string 4.509. So x will be 4.509, but the number form, not the string form. Next is the round function. Python provides an inbuilt method to round off a number, and you can give the number of digits till where you want it to be rounded off, and if no number of digits are provided till where you want to round it off as, the default will be to the nearest integer. So suppose I have the variable v is equal to 9.80. So if I write round of v, will give 10, because 9.8 is nearer to 10 than 9. Now suppose I give round. Suppose I give the number of digits v and 1. So it will give 9.8. The 0 is taken off. It is rounded off. Let's take a better number. C is equal to 9.87654321. Okay. Now let's round this first to 5 digits. 87654. Next I want to round C to 2. 9.88, because 7 is 7 6 becomes 8. It gets rounded to 8. Suppose I don't mention the second parameter, which is the number of digits. So it will directly round it up to the nearest integer 10. But unlike int and float, you cannot do you can't do the round operation on strings. So suppose I have the string s is equal to 5.89. I'll write round of s. It will give me an error that the string does not have the round method, because it just rounds off your number, which is already in int or float data type. It does not convert from one data type to another. This is how the int, float, and round functions work in Python.